smoke?
No, I was using communist inferior tactics. When I
Come
say
again.
communist inferior tactics.
What is that?
When I say communist inferior tactics, there are ways to make somebody make commitment within a legal framework, but outside the true cause.
Within
like
a legal framework.
Yeah. One of the things that took me to prison was I was in Tesano. There are lands that were fallow. So what I do is I erect an AMA signpost there.
Were you working with the AMA?
No, I have full knowledge of their operations and whatever they do. This kind of stop work and things, so it's my work.
You've been writing them.
Yeah, I have a way of
you had a contract from AMA to be writing.
They can never give me that contract. I was doing it out of my own discretion.
So you see new buildings.
Any new developing structure, there should be an environmental permit for erecting the structure, because your building might block another building's space for air. So there are ways environmental protection under AMA will give you the permit for projection.
So you found that loophole and you bought your own paint.
I do my own thing.
Do you have some accomplices you work with?
No, none were so intelligent and smart as I was. And I didn't want any way within which somebody will leak information upon what I do. So the code is one. I do it myself. So maybe I'll erect the signboard. I'll write on it area site for area community hospital. And you cannot challenge the government for raising an area community hospital. Such a viable projection. No. Aside all this, every land in Ghana is under the jurisdiction of the state.
Yeah.
For which reason land is not sold.
Lease.
There is transfer of ownership, but not ownership. Yeah, there is a lease on a deed of conveyance for 70 years, which is now 50 years or so, 100 by 70. So I knew all those things because just as my father died, I was running that kind of vesting asset. And
so for instance, I have my property, you come, you write stop work. What happens next?
When you start any projection, I can't write stop work. You have to produce permit from AMA. And you don't have it. When you even have it, I'll relocate your jurisdiction.
So when you write on my property,
yeah,
I come the next day, I see stop work.
You see stop work, you'll be scared because you are bent on finishing your project.
Okay.
I have informants around that are with you, but I don't know. They will tell you to go to this office. So
they will come to the AMA office?
They won't come there. I have my outfit numbers and things so
okay
with you.
So they will call you?
They will call. When you call, I'll relocate you. I'll come and meet you at town and country planning under AMA.
You will be there?
I will be there.
Do you have an office there?
I don't have an office, but I have an unofficial office outside the building.
So you meet them outside?
I meet them.
Neatly dressed?
Neatly dressed, of course. Then we make amicable settlement, you make a commitment, and we relocate in one way or the other, or you pay charges of encroachment, then we relocate.
It means that hospital or school will not come on there,
which is against the community. So you have a price to pay. Yeah. You cannot change thoughts of the government just like that. Unless you have stiff right hands.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you were making money from it?
Of course, I was making good money from that. And after I put up another thing, strategy to make money was to investigate VAT.
Were you a private investigator?
No, I'm more than a private investigator due to my educational background and the intelligence I bought from school. Because all my time I've lived to know that VAT is the only independent body that takes taxes and reiterates them into building of roads and other things.
Okay.
But I thought that ever since I was born to where and when I was standing, almost 20-something years now, I've seen that VAT is not doing their work. It is either the money accounted for goes into different pockets or it's being mismanaged. So I had to go into it as a sample space myself. I went to a VAT outfit around Tesano I'm a graphics designer myself.
Okay.
So I designed a complimentary card for myself. I had a VAT file. Then I got VAT audit letters. The companies that owe. So
how are you getting them?
People upon negligence, they did me to do my work. So I just improvised the way to make money from the debtors. When I serve you the debtor letter, within 21 days, your outfit will be locked up if you haven't paid. Yeah, so instead what I do is, when I come, I had a receipt book, or I tell you that you owe 100 million. But I know it is hard these times. So just make a commitment of 50 million and give me myself 5 million as a sign of motivating me. I'll give you a paid receipt. I did that until I had assumed almost 4-point-something billion from this work. That is the living proof that the monies collected as tax officers is not well accounted for. Because I should have been caught earlier on for impersonation, not now.
Were you caught for impersonation?
I was finally caught, but that was what freed me and reduced my sentence.
Which year?
2014. So finally, the people were serving their clients with different debtor letters. And when they go, they show them paid receipts. When they go, they show them paid. Hey, now then I'm going to book we cry. So what they had to do is, they keep about 4 or 5 of those people with that receipts at the head office, so that they identify the person who. The VAT office too is very close to my house. So one early morning, when I was on my spree to go get high, I need to get some letters and do my improvisation well. I went there, I saw a woman pointing at me. I said, what is it? I said, Brian, now buy my amount of 50 million, I also say, oh, my paid receipt now, they buy. She say, I actually, now I'm saying, Achimo only on Monkan. I mean, they what they are saying. Yeah. So then, as he said, no, what the woman said, they attract public attention. Say, don't know, the policeman who did that, I want to use the place of convenience. The letters and the evidence they go take prosecute me, or it did some file inside. So what we do be, I go in there to the place of convenience. And I just turn around, move some letters and ID card and things from the file, put it into the system where the water did. Now first I stop the water. Still with the desire that when I'm free, I'll come and take them and use them. Or not be to spoil them. Because the work no stop. You see that? So from there, but I came out, policeman, they come question me, no, I say, no, I need a tissue paper. That's why I come out. You see that thing? They say, tissue, there you go get some, they can't go take graphic cam. You go bring the graphic down, give her my bag, say, make you hold down for safekeeping at the camp. So you search the bag before I come, no trace. Then I can't wait start the VAT with me, then I start to alienate charges towards the commissioner for VAT and assistant commissioner for VAT and things. Just if I don't implicate them, the case will look too simple that my sentence will be more than I can carry.
So you started implicating
them. Of course, it is upon the pretext of negligence that I had access to infiltrate and get all these kind of documents to do this work. I don't work at VAT. But how come I'm operating VAT outside the building of VAT? You see how the thing go.
So you were sent to court?
I was sent to court. I was charged for impersonation. And the assistant commissioner and the commissioner, Bensilenchile and Mr. Samuel Blankson, were charged for negligence of duty and dereliction.
What was your sentence?
My sentence was supposed to be 4 years. But I was given the opportunity to appeal. Yeah, do I have anything to say? And I just explained what I've told you. That I've seen that monies collected from taxes were not well used. So I wanted to use myself as a sample space to prove this thing. And it's true, upon the negligence of these people who are supposed to be in proper position to check this kind of things. Look, I've duped the system over serious amounts.
So you were sent to prison?
So I was sent to prison for